right? We're going to go ahead and see if I can hear myself up here. It's running. Hey, the Twitch is live. It is currently up. I need to just. Do I want to keep this up? Probably. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I'll keep it up. Because there could be a time I would just want to just chill, relax. Oh shit, I closed something. Why you close? No close. Enabled. Hell is going on? I'm receiving a lot of messages. You better shut your whore mouth. Your order was dropped off. Bet. I need for these people, like at this point in time, I don't think it's a wise idea for you to try to pander talking about Black History Month. Nobody even supports that shit. Unless you're a black boomer, you don't support that shit. And black boomers even isn't supposed to be supporting that shit. Oh hell no. I better not catch a black man or black woman being a boomer supporting February as a Black History Month. That man Morgan Freeman already said it himself. You're gonna relegate my history back into a month? Just dedicating this month to a people that are just as American as anybody else. I don't care about this shit. I wish somebody would tell me some happy Black History Month. You're gonna get blocked straight up. What the hell is wrong with you? Never been the knee, says Tectone. I'll watch that in a second. Hold on, let me make sure I check myself and see if I'm live. Hold on, let me make sure I check myself. That's working. All right, let's go ahead and move on over to the. I'll keep this up. Doesn't hurt to just keep that up, you know. I don't know if I want to keep it as the highest quality, or maybe I don't. I shouldn't have to. 240p, we meet again. We meet again with a bunch of these freaking pixels and whatnot, just over here looking like Tetris. We're playing a game of Tetris, but we're looking at real life. Still trying to figure out where the hell that damn sound came from, bro. That's kind of crazy. I don't even know. I heard a notification come up of somebody sending me a message. Mission complete. Time to RTC. What the hell? You get rid of man boobs, shrink stubborn chest and belly fat, oil of oregano. Is it for the oil of oregano or is it for. Oh, excuse me. Is this going to be getting rid of the fat or is it going to be getting rid of cancer? Because I'm getting like two different meanings and I'm a little confused on that. Let me look at the comments. That's crazy. Somebody would post some dude squeezing his chest and attempting to make a cleavage. And it was a dude, obviously, but it's like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Tell me the back of the package that includes the ingredients. See 5 comments that was apparently made, and this is the only comment I see, which is the one. I don't have man boobs, but I order some. Oil up them pepperonis. Oh God. I hope we're not going to be doing this, brother. Please. Please no. I hear this is a one of the protocols to take in case you ever have the big C, and that's what people are saying because cancer is apparently a topic or a word that you're not even allowed to be addressing on big tech social medias like TikTok. You say cancer on TikTok, your post will be hit, nerfed, nuked off the algorithm and into the ground. I gotta go and get my order because it just came. All right, so let me play this. My phone is going the hell off, boy. Action to receive your payout. Nani? Twitch is trying to talk to me about money. I'm not going to receive anything from Twitch. That shit is just... It's just talking off the side of your neck. Don't care. Give me a second. I'm setting up everything. And you need me to go to the creator dashboard, go into the affiliate partner section and change payout. Ready? Sorry, unless you got a time machine, that content is unavailable. They made it so that I can't do anything. Yeah, they banned me from receiving any form of monetization on Twitch. So, yeah, I can't make money on here. Why the hell would they even tell me to do this and waste my time? Sponsorships. I have no sponsorships. Okay. Payouts. Payouts for the current period will be finalized on February 4th at 11:59 p.m. UTC. Any changes to payout settings after this date will be applied to the next payout cycle. Yeah, I tried to make it so that I can change my payout. It won't let me. Of course it's not going to let me. Twitch don't pay niggers. You must enable two-factor authentication to change your payout method. What? We sent you a 7-digit security code. Candy, you are. Yeah, Twitch is liberal. We black folks don't really get paid up here and this shit. Open with authenticator. Yes. Add account. Twitch. I gotta get back here to two-party authenticator. Okay, bro. Oak Hill Court. Oh, it's because of that old address. All right, 40. The fuck? Oh, bro, this is a different. It's a whole different thing, bro. I don't get. I don't live here anymore. I do not live here anymore. What is happening? I can't even see my comments. I am receiving shit and I don't know. Bitch. I had to go grab me some ramen and eggs with cheese. We're gonna go look at us some more content to see what's going on. Men are opting out of relationships, says the weekly cookout. See what's going on. Full view.
So this girl said 80% of single men are no longer interested in dating. And I believe it's on both sides. Meaning 80% of women and men are no longer interested in dating. And I believe a big part that has to do with that is social media. Social media got people thinking they got millions of options and don't even know what the option is for real. Just because somebody is willing to lay down and sleep with you, that don't mean they willing to be with you. Most guys taking on majority of the risk when they going to date a woman. Imagine running down somebody, chasing somebody to put your life on the line for them, to give them all your money. You basically, hey girl, come talk to me. What's up? Holler at me. Like I'm basically gonna take a bullet for you. You know, I'm gonna give you all my money. And why I say that, I don't mean it literally, but if a situation came, which you hope it don't come, but if somebody about trying to rob y'all, or you in a situation to where, you know what I'm saying, somebody got to put their life on the line, you ain't gonna let that woman, go out like that for real. Especially not your woman if you courting her. You know what I'm saying? Like a man gonna step up to the plate. Hopefully he don't die from whatever the hell going on, but he gonna be the one that get injured. He ain't gonna let his woman get injured. So you willing to die for this woman and give her all your money. Majority of the time, women chip in a little bit, but you gonna do the majority with the money. And then they get the shitty end of the stick. Guys get treated like shit. Women have attitudes, treat them rudely. You get what I'm saying? And then another thing is, the dating fee went up with inflation. Inflation went up, the cost of living and all that shit. Guess what else went up? The goddamn dating fees. Women ain't going on no little, no smooth dates no more. You going on a date, you got to have a half a band to a band to spend. And that's with, for starters, the food, the restaurant you going. She want to go to a high-end spot. You're going to spend about $250, $200, $250 plus the tip. And then not included the drinks that she might get. You looking at damn $300. And then if you order getting the Uber Black, then you getting your tired of shit you got to do to yourself to go on this date. And then after the date, if you decide to go to a little, something else to get the food off your stomach. So it's gonna cost you just to go on a date. Inflation. And then most guys, whenever they go on these dates, they not retaining these women. So they have to go on this date next week or the other week, 2 weeks later, they go on another date. They spend $1,000 to $2,000 a month if they doing it repetitively. But I know most guys ain't, because 80% of guys can't even afford a date right now. Cause hell, they can't date. The world kicking their ass. Rent goddamn $1,500, 2 bins. The cost of living, the jobs ain't paying shit. They can't even afford a date if they want a date.
I am finally free from the disappointment and the chokehold of dating. I have decided to be completely celibate and just quit dating in 2026.
I really don't think most of you all realize how pointless it is trying to date in this new society. I call it the new society because when I look back and I listen to my parents and, the elders talk, it's just we live in a new time. Things are always evolving and changing. Great. But where we are now, to me, is like the worst time to try to date or to try to find love or commitment, because everybody's so accessible. Everyone's so accessible. Everyone has so many options. And nobody really just wants to settle down. They just want to be entertained. And it's like nobody wants one thing. You want everything. like literally. And I've had this problem with dating. It's like I start trying to date and I just realize people's attention span is so short. And, and it's like, my dating experiences have been fun. I'm not going to say it's just been all bad, but it's been fun. But I'm very observant and I pay attention to people. People really just want to be entertained. Nobody really just want to go through life with a person. It's like soon as things get a little boring, they're on to the next. Soon as they have one little problem, they're on to the next. And it's like people are always looking for something better. And you're always like, there's a billion people in the world. You're always going to find someone better. But it's about committing to someone that you start to fall in love with and just living life with them and just being successful together. But it's like nobody wants to do that. Everyone just wants everything now. And if they don't have it now, they're just continuously searching for this perfect thing.
So there's a growing narrative online that men are opting out of relationships because they're scared of commitment, emotionally unavailable, or just immature. But when you actually listen to what a lot of men are saying, it's not fear. It's disappointment. Many men grew up believing that if they worked hard, treated women well, and stayed consistent, relationships would naturally follow. Instead, a lot of them feel like the rules change without warning. Dating today feels transactional. Men are constantly evaluated on income, lifestyle, status, and what they can provide before emotional connection is even considered. Social media has amplified this. Every scroll reinforces the idea that you're replaceable, that there's always someone taller, richer, more confident, or more established waiting in the DMs. And over time, that wears people down. So when men opt out, it's not always because they hate relationships. It's because they feel like relationships now require disproportionate effort with unpredictable outcomes. For many men, it stops feeling like a partnership and starts feeling like a constant audition, and that's exhausting.
Something that no one ever talks about, when men found out all it takes is $150 for one night with the woman of your dreams, it completely changed the game. It completely changed the game and changed the whole dating pool. I know dudes that used to want to be a husband and all these kind of things, and now they don't want to go to the gym no more. They don't want to brush their hair. They don't go to church. They don't go nowhere. They don't want to go out. They don't even want to go on dating apps for looking for women. All they want to do is go to work and wait till they check come and take $150 and go find them the woman of their dreams for that night.
You see, men are getting tired of putting in all the effort for almost zero return. Guys are expected to plan the date, pay for the date, entertain, impress, and then still get treated like a backup option. And let's be real. Dating apps turn relationships into a competition most men can't even win. One match out of 100, ghosted in a day, replaced in an hour. Men aren't walking away because they're weak. Men are walking away from dating because they're tired of being unappreciated. Too many guys have been used for attention, used for a free meal, or kept around as an option. So now men are choosing something better. Peace, self-improvement, and standards.
So, men all over the world seem to be checking out of the dating market. And a lot of folks would like to know why. Now, we always hear about the male loneliness epidemic and how it is destroying men everywhere. Men everywhere are distraught and overcome with sadness and loneliness because women have elevated their standards so high that us mere mortal men are unable to meet their standards, thus leaving us in a pathway of loneliness. Or could it be we tired of y'all shit? Or could it be back in the day when a man courted a woman, he knew that he was getting a wife. He knew that despite how good she may look or smell, she is going to be able to run a household. She'll know how to cook. She'll know how to clean properly. She will be able to raise children in the event that she becomes pregnant. I mean, women offered a lot back in the day. So much so that there was never a need to ask the question, what do women bring to the table? Fast forward all the way to 2025. You're a fucking fool if you don't ask that woman what she brings to the table. If you don't ask her what else she has to offer outside of sex and reproduction, you're a fool. And what we're realizing is that more often than not, because women have been fooled into believing that they don't have to develop past the age of 15. I like to call it arrested development. Most women are indeed mentally children. Now, they may be grown in age and with life experience, so forth and so on. However,
This is what I already said. Even if a woman is like 75 to like 85, still is a child. She won't grow. Refusing to. It feels good to just be immature, be out there spreading rumors, talking shit, so on and so forth, you know. But that seems to be what's going on. Men are opting out of relationships, rightfully so, because Big Daddy government has came in and decided to replace the role that these men play in the relationships and has turned it to the new. Instead, I should actually call them baby daddy government. That's what they are. Babysitter government. I'll take care of you instead of your man government. And I don't know about you, but is it awfully strange that like your government has now served the role as the new Satan? Just like in the Garden of Eden. You shall not surely die. She bit of the fruit of the tree of good and evil. And this time she's biting of the tree of luxury and money. Instability. Depopulation. Do you guys know our population levels have decreased? Yeah, we're not even making children anymore. We're also apparently not building any more graveyards. So if they're not building any graveyards, where are these bodies going? That's number one. And number two, if we're not making any more children, how are we ever going to bring ourselves back from whenever we ever lose the lives of our people? How do we defend ourselves with no people? Where are these people coming from? They're surely not coming from overseas. It appears to me like white people have depopulated themselves at a pretty big margin. But then so have blacks. So now we got a bunch of people who aren't even like the originals that we used to have back then. It's so bad right now. So bad. It's only going to get worse. To a point where we won't even exist as the USA. I told you what that vision was that I had. Apparently our flag is a different flag. And it's not looking too good. In fact, it wasn't even the USA. We had a totally and completely different flag. Probably a socialist flag. I don't know. I do know we got socialism being exercised in this country right now. It is not good. There's no such thing as good socialism. I'm saying like right now in our situation, with our economy being as shitty as it is really not good. You guys are screwed. Y'all are cooked. I'm saying y'all like I'm not in this country also suffering right alongside you. Yeah, it's bad though. It's best that you jump ship and go to Japan or something, because I don't think there's any way in hell that you can actually recover from what you got going on right now. This looks bad, man. It looks like we are pretty cooked. Hell. Give me a second. I'm gonna put my banking information up here that's like updated because this is another account. It's not the same. Okay, that's been fixed. I don't know why. They won't let me change my address for that. Imagine having all of your most private information stolen. I don't give a damn, bro. What they're going to steal? A bunch of spam mail? They won't steal anything, especially coming out of this. It's the only thing I see up here is spam mail. From losers that don't have a life and nothing else better to do with their time other than just make bot accounts and keep saying the same shit, expecting I'm going to fall for them and click one of these links and give them my information, which is never going to happen. So it's now like, if you understand that this is something that's never going to be done, why are you still doing it? That is the definition of insanity, you don't think? Art thou good? Appreciate 102 viewers showing up. I love y'all. I love y'all plenty. All right, let's go ahead and get this shit done.
Their mentality is stuck as a teenage girl. You can, as evidence to talking to any 40, 50, 60-year-old woman that's still single to this day, that still has hopes of being in the dating market, that someone will find her and some Prince Charming will come save the day. Like, ma'am, your vagina secretion has turned to dust. It ain't happening. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to check for you. You had an opportunity to find someone in your 20s, in your 30s, hell, even in your 40s. It's over. And then, instead of doing what you can to ensure the next generation of women don't make the same mistakes that you made, you get them to do the exact same thing by pumping poison into their minds, by telling them that they don't need men, by telling them that all men are evil, by telling them that they should do what they can to extract resources from men without ever actually loving them or having admiration or appreciation or even simple respect for them. Men have found out. We found out what you really thought about us. We found out that, bruh, having a woman is nothing more than a piece of arm candy. Having a woman, realistically, is just a bill. It's just another bill. It's just like having a kid. It's another mouth to feed. Men have realized throughout what I would like to call the apartment era and the baby mama era combining, making this superstorm of where we find ourselves with the dating market. Bruh, men would rather live alone. It's easier. It's less expensive. You can do the things that you want to do without being hassled. You don't have to explain things. And then you don't have to take on a woman and then essentially raise her like a child. You have to teach her how to cook, teach her how to clean, teach her how to be self-sufficient. These are things that you have to do with women nowadays because a lot of them don't even know how to scramble eggs. Now they'll say, oh, well, you men don't know how to change a flat tire. And I would say, sadly, you have a point. But I would also hearken back to how many of those men who cannot change tires were raised by their mothers. So it's not just enough that you've destroyed yourself, but you've destroyed the children for generations to come.
Which is precisely why, like, whatever I say, situation that they could have gotten out of, if they would have just simply approached with a better answer. I say, yeah, this is a self-inflicted injury. Why are you complaining to me about something that you yourself enacted? Women, I want you to understand this. As much as we love you, Why do you proceed to make life difficult for a individual who we're all pretty much all you got? Other than that, you're probably going to turn into like some flamboyant faggot lesbian. Until that happens, we're pretty much all you got. And I don't think we're all you have anymore. And I don't think that's going to happen. It looks to me like you might be cooked. If men are speaking like this to you right now, and this isn't even the peak of your punishment, bruh, we're not even too deep into Revelation yet. This is the start of the revelation, of the times of revelation in the Bible. The Heavenly Father's not done cooking with you yet. Oh, no. You're not going anywhere. You're going nowhere. Dog, wait until you get to the middle of the Bible's book of Revelations. I want you to understand, I don't think there's going to be much of you left. And then that's whenever the punishment begin to happen. Your great judgment and tribulation. Because of your disobedience to your man, and your man is supposed to be a man of God. It don't matter if this man is following the Bible, you're supposed to be a helpmeet and bring him to the position of God. Oh, but nobody's telling you that. If your woman don't know that this is your job to do this, you haven't assisted this man in his role to help him become the greatest that he could possibly be. It looks to me I don't know if I can't give the final say, but based off of what the direction is of where this is pointing, you're not going to the kingdom of the Heavenly Father. You're not going to the kingdom of God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If all you know is causing strife, argumentation, spreading drama, rumors, lying on the individual that decided to spend even a quarter of his time to you, and you then decided, yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can try to put him through these impossible shit tests. Lie on this man's name, bearing false witness. You know the Heavenly Father is listening into every conversation you have with whenever you're bearing false witness. I had to just talk about it the other day. I'm like, all these Haitian descendants that my wife has, and these motherfuckers telling all these lies, acting as if the Heavenly Father didn't strip them of their land and killed so many of their people and still are killing them. Nigga. You still haven't learned yet? I guess that ass whooping is something that is just minor to you. I guess you must be used to an advanced type of punishment. I guess you don't only want your island to be taken away. I guess you want your lives to be. And your lives are next. Your island is gone now. Your lives is next, bro. At this point in time, there's just no sense of talking to these people. So I just pretty much watch them suffer. I'm not going to sit there and argue with you. Just so as long as you don't try nothing, I won't blow your damn chest away. I still got the messages whenever they were talking that shit. Acting as if they were bout it. Meanwhile, they're in an unfamiliar land in a place where they don't know where the hell to go. And then they just so happen to go into the wrong neighborhood. And that neighborhood ambushes them and they get assaulted from all corners. That's why you pretty much watch what the fuck you say. Especially whenever you have no idea who the hell I am and what the hell I'm capable of. For all you know, I got a motherfucker watching your dumb ass right now. And what about that also, with all this shit that women like to start against men? Never mind the fact that whereas she likes to bear false witness and lie on this man's names just so it can be seen as a way for her to get a quick buck, because the government's just going to give her a handout no matter what the case is. Go ahead and lie and pretend like this man abused you. Or pretend like this man was in a relationship with you and gave you nothing. Meanwhile, you're living in the exact world that men built for you, but men hasn't given you anything though, right? Wearing our clothes, driving our cars, driving on our streets even. Living in our homes that we've built, with the roofs that we built with those homes. Like, you motherfuckers got some serious nerve and you talk too much shit for a group that don't have the ability to create. And I find that shit kind of wild to me. That is very wild to me. Imagine not having the ability to create, talking to a creator. As if that creator is a piece of shit. Using our shit. Now, the moment we walk away from our jobs and stop doing all the creativity, they will lose their fucking mind. We give you the world and it's still not enough. Ain't that a bitch? Shout out to 007.
With your inability to grow up and self-reflect, and take accountability. Men have recognized this and decided that it is better to be by yourself. It is better to run a race with one leg than to run a race completely paralyzed.
One of the biggest shifts in dating culture is how easily people can be replaced. Dating apps, social media, and constant access to options have quietly changed expectations. If a man makes one mistake, hesitates financially, or goes through a rough patch, he often feels like he's immediately compared to someone else who looks better on paper. This creates a dynamic where men feel pressured to be perfect before entering a relationship. There's very little room for growth, struggle, or uncertainty. And over time, men internalize this. They start asking themselves why they should emotionally invest when the margin for error is so small. Why open up when vulnerability can be used against you? Why commit when it feels like the relationship can be replaced with a swipe? So rather than continuously putting themselves in situations where they feel undervalued, many men choose distance, casual interactions, or complete withdrawal.
I see why men are staying single, because look around. We have women out here bragging about not cooking, not cleaning, not taking care of their home, not being soft, and not being supportive. And then expecting a man to show up as a provider, leader, planner, protector, and lover, while giving him absolutely nothing in return. And yes, I will be the one to say it. A home needs a woman who actually enjoys being a woman. A woman who takes pride in making her home feel warm and peaceful. A woman who loves her man in the same way that she wants to be loved. That is not oppression, that is care. Men are tired of being treated like a walking wallet. Tired of disrespect. Tired of begging for affection and a little peace.
Well, geez, that sounds familiar. Sounds something similar to what I've mentioned whenever I was, taking care of my wife. But then her disgruntled family, where she has a sister that acts like a single woman. Who is trying to encourage her sister to be a single woman because she's not a single woman, which is weird because she doesn't have a successful marriage either. She's in a completely unhappy marriage. You could see that in her expression. This is a very unhealthy, but not only unhealthy, but an unhappy individual. She hates that marriage and hates that man. She's married to a Hamite, which is an African. She's married to this man, but unhappily. You know she can't stand that nigga. And he's one of them turned out, strange acting, effeminate Hamite dudes. He stalks on me on my social medias every now and again. He stalked me on my Instagram and on my YouTube. He's still stalking my YouTube. That's the main reason why they hear all the good, I guess, best pieces of whatever I talk about. Because this guy is watching me. Probably watching me right damn now. But you know, YouTube has thwarted my numbers to the point where I can't even see one single viewer. There will be an individual being in the chat. What happens? YouTube don't put that on display. Someone was even talking in my chat the entire time. I had no idea that the nigga was there. And I was kind of confused. Like, what the hell? Where'd you come from? I'm thinking that this dude was YouTube staff or something. Because it doesn't count YouTube staff as one of those folks that's watching it. No, they really shadow banned the fuck out of my account, so it's pretty heavy. Yeah, YouTube is liberal. They don't want my black ass being up here at all. The moment I start talking and I start talking something truthworthy, it's a problem. So they're like, yeah, no, get your nigga ass up on out of here, bro. We don't welcome your kind. But anyway, staying on topic, like, yeah, her sister acts like a government-raised single mom and speaks like that. Has no respect over men. Bears false witness, starts lying, calls for drama. Used to call my wife's phone and literally admitted it that, yeah, I'm just calling you because I'm bored right now. She called her and started an argument and admitted because she did it. The main reason why she did it was because she was bored. Women are miserable as fuck in this country right now. But then again, this is also coming from a Haitian, I guess, Dominican mixed chick. And unfortunately, that's a lot of the case whenever you're dealing with Haiti or people with Haiti or from Haiti. And I don't even know if she's from Haiti or not. I just know that she speaks Creole whenever it's convenient. Identifies as being black when it's convenient. Similar to what the Somalis do. Hence the reason why they could come over here and try to speak urban like they are from the hood. And I look at this big, swollen, light bulb head ass creature and I'm looking like, motherfucker, what the hell are you talking about? That you black. What's your damn descendant? Who you descend from? So that's what the Haitians are doing now. They're just identifying themselves conveniently as being black so they can fit in and start talking shit about blacks. Probably using the guise of Black History Month just so they could be as ridiculous as they possibly can. Black History Month, but black women stay gossiping about black men. Slamming the very mentality, the existence, and the hard work of black men. What'd I tell you? Black women don't care about politics, or rather, women in general don't care about politics. They just want attention. And the only reason for it, for them to actually engage into it, is because it comes with the benefit of all those eyes looking at her. She doesn't care about what the hell happens after the fact that she said some ridiculous shit. That's why I'm taking this woman that I'm listening to right now with a grain of salt, because she does look beautiful. But the problem is, who's to say if she's practicing what she's preaching? Because there's a lot of them that speaks exactly like this and does exactly the opposite.
So, they are choosing to stay single, not because they hate women, but because they are looking for a woman that values her role just as much as his. And honestly, I don't blame them, because relationships only work when both people show up and give.
Whenever men say that they have given up on love, they're not.
Listen to this woman. She also is pretty. Sweet spoken. I could tell that she's like a mixture of between probably something maybe Puerto Rican, maybe white, or Puerto Rican and black, something around that. You don't have many women like this that's soft-spoken. My wife is soft-spoken. So because she's soft-spoken and very gentle, nice, she often gets taken advantage of from people who don't have her best interests at heart. You know, like her ex-best friends who tried to encourage her to break up with me. And go figure, whenever you're miserable, let's encourage another woman to be just as miserable because misery likes company. Or like her sisters, what they're doing right now, pretending like they care for her well-being and her life. Offering nothing of any form of representation that will be something beneficial for her in the long run. They can't even benefit themselves, bro. When you can't look out, you can't look out for my health. No, wait. If you can't work out, you can't look out for my health is what I meant to say. If you can't work out, then you giving me health advice can't work out. I think that sounds better. You telling me what's best for my health, but you can't even get rid of the fucking visceral fat surrounding you, making you look like planet Pluto or some shit like that? Planet Saturn? You got your own orbit with asteroids going around that motherfucker in the shapes of moons? How the hell do you look like this and be proud of this? When did it ever get to a point to where you women are built like fucking linebackers and you're proud of this body shape? Chins on chins on chins on chins, stomachs on stomachs. You got a stomach on a stomach and you double dripping. No fucking way. No motherfucking way, bruh.
Saying that they hate women, they're just saying that they really put a lot of their commitment and love and respect into a relationship just for it to not work out. So instead of jumping into another relationship, he's really trying to figure his life out and build himself as a person. Because why is he going to waste his time in another relationship if he doesn't know if he will truly be sure about being in one?
So I saw this interview of a guy asking a girl what she brings to the table, and her response is exactly why men are tired of dating. She basically said she doesn't have to bring anything to the table and got offended that he even asked her that question. This entitled mindset is why men are walking away from dating. Here's what I realized. Men have been taught since birth how to treat women, but we as women are taught our entire lives how to be treated by a man, not how to treat a man. Like, think about it. From the time we're little girls, we're told what we deserve, what we should expect, what standards we should have, but nobody teaches us what we should give, how we should support, or what we should contribute. Men from a very early age learn about respect, providing, protecting, leading, and making a woman feel valued. But what are women learning? How to receive, demand, expect, and be catered to? We're taught that we're queens who deserve to be worshipped, but nobody teaches us how to be the type of woman worth worshiping. And the dating advice women get from other women is so toxic. We have this mentality, if he won't, then someone else will. So if he won't pay for your dates or buy you expensive gifts or treat you like a queen, then guess what? Someone else will. Like, that's basically the dating advice for women, and it's so messed up. Like, imagine if the roles were reversed and men were like, if she can't cook or won't clean or support or respect me, then someone else will. Women would lose their freaking minds. And then y'all would start calling that toxic masculinity. We've literally created a generation of women who think they deserve everything while bringing absolutely nothing to the table. And then we wonder why men are walking away from dating altogether. Men are expected to have money, a career, a car, a house, emotional intelligence, leadership skills, the ability to provide and protect. But when they ask what women bring, suddenly that's offensive. Meanwhile, men are working on themselves, building their careers, focusing on their fitness and finances, learning how to be a better partner. And what are women doing? Complaining that there are no good men while refusing to become good women. The dating advice for women has become what can you get, not what you can give. It's about finding someone who serves you, not someone you can serve alongside. And here's the contradiction that nobody wants to talk about. Us women can't say, get rid of the patriarchy, and then expect men to give you patriarchal privileges. You can't demand equality and then still expect men to pay for everything, approach you first, and provide for you. We want to tear down traditional gender roles when it benefits.
I shit you not. This redhead is cooking. This firehead is on fire. She is, she's laying it down. Other women start taking notes, cause if you don't, you could go ahead and kiss your lineage goodbye. There will be nothing else left of you. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Imagine being that lonely Catwoman, stuck in a HUD home or a Section 8 home, and all you have to offer is a bad attitude. And probably a bunch of babies from a multitude different other men that you had experiences with. I couldn't help but notice that everything the Bible preaches that you should be representing, you women today are against. Wanna give me an explanation why? That's for you in the future. Because I'm sure you're not going to be able to answer in the comment section since you want to be so shy. Especially while I'm live. Apparently while I'm live, y'all scared shitless of me. I don't know what's going on. I just want to know why. Send me a good old breakdown as to why in the world you think going against God will make everything go in your favor. I'm genuinely fucking confused.
It's us, but keep them when they serve us? That's not equality. That's having your cake and eating it too. And then we act shocked when men choose to focus on themselves instead of dealing with entitled, demanding women who offer nothing but expect everything. This is why men are going their own way. This is why they're choosing peace over relationships. We literally made dating not worth their time or energy. You can't expect to receive what you're not willing to give. Like attracts like, so become the person you want to be with. Stop asking what men can do for you and start asking what you can do for them. That's how you become irreplaceable.
Money plays a much bigger role in this conversation than people like to admit. The cost of living is higher, wages haven't kept up, stability takes longer to reach, yet many men still feel the pressures of society to be providers or at least get financially solid before they're worthy enough of a serious relationship. For a lot of men, dating feels irresponsible when they're still trying to get their footing. They don't want to date while broke, stressed, or unsure of their future, and they definitely don't want to bring instability in someone else's life. So instead of dating through the struggle, they isolate and focus on survival, career, or self-improvement. This creates a quiet withdrawal. Men don't announce it, they just stop trying. They convince themselves they'll date later when they're more established, but later keeps getting pushed back. And eventually, opting out becomes the default, not the exception.
So I saw a report saying 82% of single men have officially clocked out of the dating game. And I know y'all think we're just being difficult, but honestly, half of us are just being humanitarians. I look at my bank account, my mental health, and this pile of laundry I haven't folded in over a week, and I'm like, nah. I can't drag a beautiful woman into this circus. That'd be a crime. I'm not single because I can't find you. I'm single because I'm protecting your peace. You're welcome for not ruining your year.
I'm going to be so honest. I've quit dating. I've given up on dating, and it's not because the dating market is cooked or because women are difficult and any of these different things, right? The reason why I've decided to quit dating, at least for the foreseeable future, is because I need to work on me. You understand? Guys, we've got too many people who are damaged, too many people who haven't gotten over past traumas, too many people who are going through these different things, and they proactively be out here dating. You're broke and you're still out here dating. You aren't where you want to be mentally, physically, and you're still out here trying to date and trying to get people to take you seriously. If you want to maximize yourself and be the best potential option for your future partner, you need to maximize the things you can. You need to make sure you've ticked all these different boxes that you demand yourself. You want a woman who's in incredible shape, a woman who has this incredible body, a woman who's intelligent, who fears God, who has all these things going on for her, and yet you don't even have any of those things going on for yourself. You need to be able to demand what you can give. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I was like, you know what? Like, look, I'm not saying that you can't build with somebody or that building with somebody is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, and many people do it correctly. For me specifically, and me personally, I know I'm not where I want to be. Nowhere near. So that takes priority over dating and trying to find my life partner, bro. You get what I'm saying? Retiring my mom takes priority. There's so many things that take priority. But what do you guys think about my take? Do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know.
They be like, Hefe, why you not in a relationship? Come on, get a girl. Lori Harvey cheated on Michael B. Jordan. Tom Brady's wife cheated on him. Neymar bitch cheated on him. Kai Cenat bitch cheated on him.
We men will give you women the world and it's still not enough. You got all these guys that you wanted with status and all this money and all this influence. You still turn out to be a whore. Oh, by the way, you can't say that they have poor choices in women. You're all doing it. Oh boy. This is rough. This is pretty rough. If you guys want to know the main reason why we have a society that's questionable and you don't have the confidence that we will build ourselves up to become anything better, look no further than this. This is a time also to let you know, not only are we in the beginning of Revelation, I'm going to let you know something that's probably going to send people into a panic. And you know something? That's perfectly fine. I don't really care if you panic or so. This will probably alert you to either get right or get left. Jesus' grace period is over. My hands is off this. If you haven't decided to get right with God yet, I'm done talking to you. Actually, I'm not going to talk to you. You heard from multiple different people who gave you the same warning. My warning is not going to be any better. It's just not. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Bless your heart. But I'm not going to talk to you anymore. This is a time unlike any other. We've never seen whoredoms being represented as crazily as we see it now. Women being as deceitful and evil as we see now. At least back then, there was Jezebel, but there was still times of redemption for women. Now, I believe you're cooked. I think it might be Yeah, you just might be cooked. I'm sorry. I don't think I know a better way to get this message across to you. Same thing to you men who have decided to give women all this power that they have in the United States. Y'all are cooked too. You knew what you did and did it anyway. Because it felt good to you. Let's stunt another man's progress and stop him from growing. And put the woman there instead of having this man here so I won't have competition in the workplace. What you decided to do, and somehow you thought that would be the brightest idea that came to man. Little that you know that you've destroyed the place of your own living. A bunch of men decided to adopt this idea is what I meant to say. But adopt this idea of putting a woman in the workplace to stunt other men's progress. Businesses started doing this all across the place. Doing it abroad. Back then, you weren't even allowed to work as a woman. You weren't even allowed to even address politics. You weren't even allowed to vote. But guess what? You still stayed with a man now, did you? Mm-hmm. You didn't even have the same rights as you do now. You had rights, but you didn't have the same rights as you do to be equal, quote unquote, to a man. You never needed it. And ever since then, you've been ungrateful. And you turned your life to sin. Now women believe that they can take any position. Yeah, imagine a female pastor. Bruh, ain't no way, bruh. Tell me your country is cooked without telling me. Let a woman tell me that she's a pastor and then attempts to try to have a civil conversation with me or to try to be friends with me. If it's online, she's getting blocked immediately. If it's offline, I'm walking away immediately. Why are you walking away? Aren't we starting to have a conversation? We could be friends. Nope. I don't even believe in a friendship between a man and a woman. What type of shit you think I'm on? Any friendship a woman will want to start with a man, you're just one of those bench warmers for in case her relationship don't work. And she don't care if you're married or not. Will still attempt to try to keep you around just so she can conveniently try to fornicate with you. Women these days are fucking filthy. Oh yeah, and that's a complete utter lie that they want to say these days that men are the ones that's consuming porn content. Mostly. Not knowing that even the male accounts are owned by women, controlled by women. The women are the ones that's calling the shots, telling men to be in certain positions whenever they engage into the porn scene. You will even hear a woman in the background say something like, "Hey, yo, tell her to get it done. Put the camera a little closer to her." The porn industry is a female dominant industry. run by a group that identify themselves as being Jews and are not, but of the synagogue of Satan. Shout out to the book of Revelation 2, verse 9 and 3, verse 9. They empowered the women to destroy their own families, to destroy their union between their men in this country, while their women are respective toward them. They teach our women all the shit that's sinful, but teach their women how it's okay to live life. And our women just suck it up and absorb all the wrong shit that they are taught. They consume all this sin, and this sin consumes them. Indulge in all this sin, and this sin consumes them.
Kaylani cheated on Kyrie Irving. You don't think my bitch going? I work at 9 to 5. What the f? No, I'm cool. I'm overly cool. I'm overly cool off that shit. Hell no. Fuck no. Hell.
Kaylani cheated on Kyrie Irving. I didn't even know they were dating. I don't pay attention to celebrities at all. That is insane work. And Kyrie Irving is freaking amazing in basketball. And I don't even watch basketball to hear that and see the results of how good this man performs whenever it comes to the court. I'm going to tell y'all what, though. This is nothing more than just a prime example of the reason why I don't think you will ever be able to see the rising of America ever again. We just might be finished completely. And it's not even close. It's just not even close.
Hell no. I'm cool, nigga. Them niggas is damn near billionaires, nigga. What the fuck? You don't think my bitch going? Nigga crazy.
You look happy. Yeah, thanks. I stopped dating. You don't realize how stressful relationships are until you're out of one. Right? Suddenly, I'm sleeping through the night. My bank account doesn't look like it's being held hostage by brunch bills. My blood pressure went back to normal. My doctor thought I started a religion or something. But no, I'm still happily Christian. She was just stealing my peace, Doc. All right? When you stop dating, the little things disappear too. There's no more arguing about why I didn't post an Instagram story about us. There's no more pretending I love going to Target for just one thing.
I will say, bruh, if you're ever dating a woman and that woman wants you to post an Instagram post about you, that's the wrong woman. That is the wrong woman. You shouldn't be doing that, man. That's a red flag. Any woman that has a social media account to be proud of that account, posting images of herself of any manner, of any kind, especially those chicks that get online and pretend to be podcasters when they got nothing to talk about. You don't build, like, what do you have to say other than gossip at this point? You don't contribute to society other than just to your man. That's a contribute. Take care of your kids. What the hell are you going online pretending like you got a voice that matters when all you've done was look at everything else that someone else is doing and decided, I want to talk about that. I almost got a brain aneurysm just even enacting that whole situation. Like I could feel my brain my vision just kind of went a little, not blurry, but like kind of spinny. Holy shit. We are so cooked as a nation. You might be calling me one of those black pills, but you know what? I'll take that black pill proudly. I know when we're cooked, and we are cooked. We are. It's over. We're finished. It's been a good run, ladies and gentlemen, but it's over with. It's time to hang it up, man.
that somehow turns into a $300 shopping spree. No more listening to how all men are trash while I'm literally sitting right there, holding the bag of food she just asked for. All right, so now it's just me, my peace, and the freedom to watch Sports Center without someone asking, but why are they running again? Didn't they just run yesterday? I look happy. Of course I do. Because it turns out single life isn't lonely.
Please don't tell me you picked a woman that's asking why athletes are doing athletic shit. Please don't tell me that you did this, dog. Please don't tell me that's the case, man. You should have known better, dog. He might have dated himself an actual bimbo. You know bimbos are retarded. And every bitch want to be a bimbo these days, which is, a lot of the case. And they, for the most part, are a retarded group. That's the worst trend to ever start of a woman. But for some odd reason, there's been some of them that have been kind of based, and I don't know how. I don't think there will be a point I'd ever say that sentence. They've been kind of based because they've been giving their men exactly what these men want. They know they look like weird blow-up dolls, but they don't give a damn because they exist for the pleasure of men. They're not even mimicking a succubus. It's just whatever my man wants, I will give him. I didn't think I'd actually be saying this, but some of them be based. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, I don't like your appearance, but somehow this chick's spitting. I don't know what's going on, but what? All right, go ahead, you plastic Made in Mattel looking motherfucker, you. She got a barcode on the back of her neck right now, made in Japan.
It's just very quiet. And quiet is so underrated these days.
Now, I don't know if I'm just speaking from experience, dog, but fellas, stay single, man. Once you realize that the relationship will always be about the woman and her emotions and how she feels within a relationship, you'll realize it's a waste of motherfucking time. Cause whole time you supposed to put her on a pedestal, but you will never get that reciprocation, gang. That's why they always say love for men is conditional, gang. You only love by what you can provide. The second you stop showing up, my nigga, so does the love.
Imagine trading all your women in for somebody else's big back 30-year-old baby mama. Don't that sound like some bullshit? And women think that we really got it hard out here being single.
Dating a woman with kids is like continuing another man's saved profile. Please don't. Just don't, bro. But the fact that she's a big back is even worse because it's like, God damn. I think this aneurysm might be getting worse. That's a rough one to take in.
Like being single is so bad. Do you hear that? That's what being single for a man sounds like, bitch. It's peaceful. It's less expensive. Come on, man.
I don't know who this Plies lookalike is, but man's is spitting, bro. I gotta give it to him, man. I gotta give it to... conservative Plies. Because Plies in of itself is he's a hardcore leftist liberal with the worst takes possible. Like, there's no sense in why I would give that man any form of recognition. However, this is like Plies in an alternative universe when he got his head on straight and knows exactly what it is he needs instead of what he wants.
When you paying your way and I'm paying my way, shit, life is easy, but y'all looking for a motherfucking come up, and then you want me to give all my sexual rights to you. That's jail. Most of these niggas in relationships have a motherfucking curfew, and they're not even the only person that this person had children with. They're the second, third, fourth, and fifth option, coming off the motherfucking bench, and is happy to be there. You used to be a starter. Now you're Klay Thompson, nigga.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect to be playing Mortal Kombat, but these are fatalities of what's going on. Bro, what is happening? What did I just click? Yo, these dudes are based. Even the women dropping gems. What? That's why the Heavenly Father said it best in the book of Zechariah, and I think it's from Zechariah. A third will make it through the fire, and only I'll say it in the best context. 2/3 therein shall burn, and only a third will make it through the fire. 2/3 of each and every group are going to die. I'm going to say it again. Your own God out of the Bible said that 2/3 are going to die. There's only going to be a third of you left. Do you not understand how many bodies that's going to be? Just so you understand. This is not a scare tactic. No, you're genuinely cooked. In more ways than one. Don't be surprised if you're the only one in your city that's left alive. That's what I'm talking about. You might be the only one in your family left alive. Everyone else is just as good as dead. Don't be surprised. Those times are coming. Those times are coming. I'm just gonna... This situation with my wife, though, I will say it is not good. Through any stretch of the imagination, is not good for her to be in this situation where she is being surrounded by demons. This is why I stay praying for her, because I do know that they are taking advantage of her. They are discouraging her, influencing her decisions, making her make the wrong decisions, knowing that she needs the treatment to get rid of this cancer in her body. And it's not good. What's happening to her, what's happening with her right now is just not good. Give me a second. I'm going to check my account right quick. This app is always freezing, I swear. This Experian app? Sheesh.
Men opting out of relationships isn't about hating women, avoiding accountability, or rejecting love altogether. It's about a dating culture that has become emotionally draining, economically stressful, and increasingly unforgiving. Just like with jobs, housing, and stability, the environment has changed, but expectations haven't adjusted with it. If relationships are going to work in 2026, especially long term, there has to be room for imperfection, growth, and mutual understanding again. Partnership can't feel like constant performance. Vulnerability can't be punished, and men can't be expected to show up fully when the conditions make showing up feel risky. This isn't about choosing loneliness, it's about choosing peace when the system feels stacked against you. And until dating culture becomes healthier for both sides, more people, especially men, will continue opting out, not because they don't want love.
This is going to be a problem. Never mind, it is a problem. Stop moral fagging. Okay, let's.
Realized by this, please pray, logging off now. Shortly afterwards, Sarah deleted her account entirely and deleted, I think, her other social media accounts as well. Now, if you follow this scandal on social media, you'll see that most people, as expected, are talking about it with a sick kind of glee and satisfaction. But we should never find satisfaction in the sins of others.
It's anger. It's not glee, it's fucking anger. I mean, we're happy that people got exposed because they do this all the time. They lecture all of us on how to live. Like, I was even thinking, I'm like, the fucking audacity. You are going to lecture me about gossiping?
Realized by this, please pray, logging off now. Shortly afterwards, Sarah deleted her account entirely and deleted, I think, her other social media accounts as well. Now, if you follow this scandal on social media, you'll see that most people, as expected, are talking about it with a sick kind.
Well, I will say, if you cover the news in any given time, can we be honest about this and say that you are actually gossiping? Y'all ain't ready for this conversation. At any given time, if you're found engaging into covering news about somebody else's life or about what they did and you didn't do it and you didn't have a hand in it, aren't you gossiping? Just saying. And podcasting is another form of spreading news. So that's a form of gossip. This here is a form of gossip. I also couldn't help but notice this too. It's strange how certain people are allowed to speak and get like multiple different views. Be having like 300 views to like 3,000 views. I'm going to assume these people are agents, bro. You're definitely a fed. I find that very suspect that somehow, some way, and it'll be these people that have chats that be like dead as hell, but they be having hella views. So I just wanna put that to note. It'd be a little suspect. You know, I made this title of possibly where my brother might be joining into the stream or live with my brother, but you know, he must have like went home and laid down and went straight to sleep. I sent him a message just now and be like, yeah, everything good? So I told him to go on Discord just earlier. Let me see.
What's gunshots here?
See my eyeballs peeled? See my eyeballs peeled?
It is green on this on the map, but you're yellow around.
Wait, do we want Lodi here? Do I
I'm down for that. I'd take it. The brother is actually playing with Bobby and Riley. I'll be damned.
Sold out in 20 minutes. Fucking crazy. James, if you missed, these are ready to ship too. For those that did order, these will be going out immediately. So
the switchblade comb. That's pretty dope though. I like that. Ever since he started doing that as his pretty much his gimmick, just use the comb, get that out as a switchblade, combs his beard or combs his mustache. Never know why he doesn't grow a beard. I think he'd be pretty dope with a beard, but I don't know if it's something that grows patchy. You know, some people don't really know how to really grow a beard or just can't. So I think he might be one of those cases. Never know. It's my boy though. I'm gonna cut this stream short though. Probably be back later on, play some games. Yeah, those are some gems that was dropped by the brothers and sisters. They showed the hell out, man. They showed out. It's what we needed to hear because it's like there's too much shit going on. And I did point out the multiple flaws of what's happening in our society and the reason why we just somehow can't get our shit together because, yeah, good luck if you're trying to increase our population again because we're not even procreating anymore. We're actually dying. We're dying. Our health conditions are getting worse.